Hi, it's Dr. Stokes joining you today to talk a little bit about something that we probably have all faced from time to time, and that is parental guilt. Parental guilt is one of those things that as a parent, you are constantly bombarded with. And I have to say that I've learned that it happens on both the maternal and the paternal side. So often we kind of put it on moms, but what I've seen is that as society has changed and as lifestyles have changed, there really is a pull from all parents who are trying to wear many hats. And how do we satisfy the needs of our children in the process? So the first thing is, why do we feel guilty? I think that literally comes from an expectation that we have set for ourselves. I'm really big on people not playing the comparison game. When you look at all of the different types of social media, you see people doing all kinds of things, multiple organizations, home organization, trying out new exercise routines, trying out new foods, things like that. All those things can kind of pull us away and also make us feel like we're not doing enough for our families and enough to actually run our households. So I want to just talk about how we can set some goals, some realistic goals for ourselves, and how to make our households as happy and as healthy as we would like for them to be, based on our own standards. So I think one of the biggest things that I will encourage families to do is to redefine what successful parenting looks like for you. Some of us have had an amazing model, and some of us have seen things that we would not like to duplicate or to replicate in our own households. And I think when you merge families together or people together and you form a family, you have to decide in that nucleus of the family what it is that you will want and what are the goals and the standards for your family. I think that can change as the age of the children changes, but in all honesty, thinking about that early on can be very variable, but it can give you more success in the long run when it comes to not feeling guilty about things. You definitely want to listen to your children. So many times we have our own standard of what success looks like or what type of parent we should be. But, I'll get a comment even from my own kids. Mom, you're always working, or Mom, you're always on the phone. And so that's when we have to just take a pause to make sure, number one, they understand why we do what we do, but then also to figure out how can we give them that quality time so they feel like they still have us. All kids are also different. So some kids need more time than others. Some kids need more affection than others. And figuring out what that is for your child, you want to meet those particular needs. I definitely do not believe in the children determining how the household should be ran. I think that's up to the parents to decide what they want for a happy, healthy life and a happy, healthy home. But when it comes to our kids' needs, we really want to be sensitive to that and figure out how can we meet that realistically, because I think that's what will truly define what it is that's considered successful parenting. Of course, as different stages and time passes in families, there are different things that we can look at to say, okay, hey, this is what's important during this particular season. When it's schoolwork season, we know that is the most important thing. When it's time for, studying or it's time for tests, that's what's the important goal at that particular time. And then setting little goals for ourselves to say, okay, during this period, I want to be able to meet X, Y, or Z goals so that then we can reward ourselves, whether it be for a family time or outdoor picnic or an activity, especially once things kind of get back to normal. That can help us to set goals so that we can be excited about that. So all in all, when we're thinking about feeling guilty, I really want you to just look at and think about, hey, what is it that I want for my family? What is it that I want to make our household happy and safe? And then rise to that particular expectation. Your expectation should not be what anybody else's is. So for more helpful tips and more discussions with me, please join me on the social media platforms at DocMomMD. Have a great day.